Good evening and welcome to 10-Minute Travel Tuesday. Why solo traveling rocks. We're going to tell you all about that in just a moment. First of all, welcome to our 10-Minute Travel Tuesday. My name is George. That is Deanna. And we're so happy you're here with us tonight. We do this every Tuesday night. We do 10 minutes on travel. We love talking travel, all different kinds of things. And we love it that you've joined us for tonight's show. But a couple of things they have to do right off the bat, sweetie.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do they have to do?
Yeah.
They have to share, like, comment,
Yes.
subscribe, all those things.
Yes.
Share. We want everybody to see the foolishness that we get up to. I mean, really. Drop a comment. Let us know where you're from. We love to make sure we can keep up with everybody. Like it if you like it. If you don't like it, you can look at something else tonight.
And you can also subscribe because we last week launched our brand new website. And you can find it at lindsey-adventures.com. That's Lindsey, the little dash mark, adventures.com. And you can join and subscribe to our email club, which you're gonna want to do because we'll tell you why at the end of the show tonight. But thanks for joining us tonight. And it's time to talk a little bit of travel, sweetie.
Little bit of travel. Solo travel. Are we jumping into solo travel? No, wait. Website.
Website. We were just talking about website.
While you're on the website, check out our trips. Everything's going great. But our Christmas market trips, the
prices go up on Friday. There you go. Yes, the prices go up on Friday.
There's a couple of rooms left, I think. If you really want to go, now's the time to sign up. If you have any trouble, let me know. I'll see what I can do to get you in.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. All right. So there we go. There we go. Solo travel. Yeah. Well, one of the topics we love talking about, which may seem a little weird coming from group travel people. I mean, that's what we do. Group travel is our thing. And it may sound a little bit weird that we're going to talk about traveling solo, but that's our big topic for tonight.
Yeah. Well, all travel is good travel. I don't think any travel is bad travel.
Exactly right.
Solo travel, group travel, it's all wonderful. As long as you're out there, you're doing it.
And we love it because, again, we've seen how group travel can help. And we'll kind of tie all that in. But our topic tonight, why solo travel rocks. And there's so many people that always call us, Deanna, and say, well, I'm thinking I'm a solo, I'm a single.
Right.
Can I go on your trips? And the answer is absolutely.
Absolutely. And you should, because there's nothing like the feeling of navigating a foreign city. And you come out of there and you're like, damn, I really did something. Oh, I said a bad word.
Well, you did. Yeah. She's cursing tonight, evidently, on the show. We may get censored by Facebook here, but yeah, she's cursing. But yeah, it is a great feeling to feel like that you can navigate a city on your own.
You can do it.
And that confidence is something that we absolutely love when we talk about this. So yeah.
Well, and on your own, you don't have to worry about when is everybody else waking up? What are you doing? What do you want to eat for lunch? I don't know. What do you want to eat for lunch? I mean, you don't have conversations. You know, you want to take a hike on your own, boom, go. You're doing it. I mean, you don't have, there's decisions already made.
And we talk about all the time. There is empowerment, like we're talking about, in solo travel. And that's what we kind of wanted to go over, some of the benefits that, again, that in that sense of being able to do something, that confidence you get, and that no compromises. If you've always gone on vacation or vacations with your family or with your in-laws or whatever to the beach. Oh, I think my light just went out. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we have to charge that for next week. Anyway, if you've gone on your own on vacation or you've gone on family vacations all the time. Sometimes being able to go by yourself is really something new.
Sometimes a vacation without your kids or your spouse can be pretty nice.
Yeah, that could be pretty nice.
I'm just saying.
So those are the top three things we always tell people that we think you get as benefits of when you travel solo. And again, we have so many people ask us about that. We always love talking to you about travel, whether it's on one of our trips or whether it's a trip you're doing on your own.
Right. So I have a couple tips. Here's the first couple tips. The first one is you've never traveled alone before and you really are interested. Start small. Take a little solo trip, take a day trip, find a nearby city or something with a museum.
Local trips. Yeah.
Take off on your own. Go pick out a little restaurant you like. If that's drive around. If you're just anxious about it all, go into it, make yourself go into a little cafe, sit down, read a book, look at your phone. People do it all the time.
And
nobody worries about it at all.
I know we went together, but we over the holiday weekend we went down to Bardstown, and we found a little restaurant we'd never been to, never heard of, but it was local and it was open, and we went in there and we tried it out, and we had a chance to just kind of explore the town a little bit, and we loved it, absolutely loved it. So
take your phone, shoot some pictures, journal if you want, just give yourself something to do. There it is. I thought we went dark. So start small. That's the first tip.
That's right.
Start
Local
small.
trips. Start small. Yeah.
The second tip, and this is probably my favorite, and I'm probably a little biased, but book a group trip as a solo traveler.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on your own with a group. You can do as
right.
much or as little as you want with the group, especially with our group. You get that security of knowing, oh, well, if I want to eat with somebody, there's always somebody around to sit down with. Or if I don't know what to do, I'll just find out what they're doing and hang out with them. That's fine. Or you can go on your own. You can do whatever you want.
The other good thing is usually you have a seat by yourself on the bus. Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
Yeah, so start small.
Right.
Do the group travel is a way to, again, expand your horizons. Maybe make that group travel like we do the first time you go to Europe, or we've had so many people that have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. And just remember, if you're an individual on a trip like that, especially one of ours, if you're on the bus, you're one of us.
You're one of us,
we're not
absolutely.
Leave you behind, that's for sure. And my last tip, and this is I think this is probably the most important one of all, is choose a solo friendly city.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, that means find some place that has good public transportation, some things that you're interested in doing. Think about what you want to do. Are you a museum guy? Do you want to go to all the museums there are? Are you more interested in food? Or, what do you like to do? Pick a city that has those, and then find a hotel that's close by all those things, so you can get where you want to go.
Right.
Some places that I think would be really good. Lisbon, I've heard, is fantastic.
Lisbon. By the way, we're going to Portugal next year, so don't forget that.
Don't forget that. Reykjavik.
Yep, we've been there to Reykjavik, and we're going back again next year.
Remarkably easy for a single person to get around there. I mean, everything is right there. There's lots to see and do. Austin, Texas.
Yep.
That's another one. Plenty of things. It is. I mean, these are places that have lots of friendly people. They're open and welcome to travelers. So they're going to be encouraging you to come and visit and see things anyway. Safety is kind of a relative term, but I have never felt unsafe in any of these places. So
I love the comments, by the way. We'll get to your comments here in just a few minutes, but I love all the comments that are coming in about the solo traveling you've done, or your one talking about her daughter does. So if you have some comments about solo traveling, we have a lot of people. We just had a fellow who signed up with us last week.
Steve,
who's going to be traveling. This is his first time in Europe,
right?
And he's going by himself, but he wanted to be with this group, just like we're talking about. Right. And we've had so many instances of people that have done just that. I was thinking Veronica, who's done that.
Yeah.
Joyce, who's done that. Cynthia Lee, who just got back from that. So many people that have traveled with us and started out as a single traveler on one of our groups that now have that confidence to go out there and do it on their own.
It should be less that I'm alone in this, and more like I'm free to do whatever I want.
Exactly right. Yeah. Embrace that adventure. That's what we like to talk about. So again, start small. Be open to group travel to expand those horizons, and then you'll learn to trust yourself and go out there and just try it with some of these cities that we've talked about that are so good for solo travelers.
Absolutely. And if you've taken a trip solo like that and you want to share your tips and tricks, pictures, I love pictures. Speaking of pictures coming up,
we'll get to those in just a moment. We'll get to Let me get a few comments here. Let's see. First of all, Julia says, hi from Indiana. Hi, Julie. How are you? Greg Rail says, hello from Minnesota. Your back in Minnesota?
Back?
Because we're going to be talking about you, Greg, in just a second. Congrats on the new website.
Julia.
Susan says, Susan from San Diego, by the way, watching tonight, says, I can confirm I did lots of solo wandering at ports on their river trip.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she sure did.
When you get back. And pictures too. I love it. Loved it all.
We had such a great time. Susan, thank you for bringing up the river cruise. We did an Amsterdam river cruise. Chris Ritchie says, went on a trip with you guys years ago to wine country and had a fantastic time. Well, hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
I remember parts of the wine country trip. Let me just say that.
Yeah, there was a lot of wine in that wine country, let me just say.
Let's see. Julia says, my daughter's been on several solo trips in the past 2 years as she's been in Spain. She's not letting it stop her from going to places that are on her bucket list. That is awesome to hear.
That's terrific.
And I think she takes after her mom. Julia is one of our original Lambert Lindsey, the radio show that I did in Louisville here 20 years ago or whatever. She was one of our original cruisers that went with us on that. So your daughter learned from you because you were always a great traveler there. All right, now let's get to the fun stuff here.
My favorite.
Your favorite part of the show every week. We call it Snapshot Sidecar. Great pictures from great adventures. And this week, it's all about Greg and Debbie. Now, Greg and Debbie, let me tell you a little bit about Greg and Debbie. We met Greg and Debbie when we were in Switzerland. We were on the Switzerland trip and we got to know them and they were just wonderful people. And I feel a little bit like a creep because I messaged Greg on Facebook and said, hey, I love your pictures. Do you mind if I post some of them or use some of them for our Snapshot Sidecar? And he said, funny you ask. You're more than welcome to. We've been thinking about sending them to you guys. But yeah, they had a terrific time because they went to Greece, the Greek islands. They had a cruise in the Greek Isles. This is Santorini.
Oh,
and by the way, I don't know about you all, but I think we should rename this segment from Snapshot Sidecar to Damn, I Am Jealous. Don't you think that wouldn't you like to see a graphic that says Damn, I'm Jealous? And then have the pictures after? No?
How about this? Excursion Envy.
No, I like Damn, I'm Jealous. I think what do you think? Drop a comment if you think it should be Damn, I'm Jealous or Excuse or you like Snapshot Sidecar. Anyway,
you have to clean that language
anyway, so they went to Santorini and a lot of the other Greek islands. By the way, look at that. Isn't that amazing?
I want to go to there.
And then imagine you turn around just on the other side of the boat that you're on. And that's Santorini up on the hilltop there.
Those cliffs.
The ocean on the top of the cliffs. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible.
Spectacular.
Once again, damn, I'm jealous. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so anyway, let's see. Wait, we got a couple of comments here. Donna says Austin. Donna lives in Houston. We hate Austin and Houston, by the way. I kind of chuckled when she put that one on there too.
Austin's a great town to visit.
Donna says my son travels solo with a group of 20 to 35-year-olds and absolutely loves it.
Good.
Love that. Love to hear that. Let's see. Donna Esposito, different Donna in Houston, says I absolutely loved when I traveled alone. Well, that's because you didn't travel with Tony. That's why. That's exactly why. She said I met so many wonderful people. Veronica, which we were just talking about a little bit earlier, she said, hang on, I got new comments coming in. Sorry, Veronica. Veronica said, solo travels are so empowering. I love it. I can't wait for my next adventure.
Great.
Italy, I believe, right? She's going with us to Italy. Yeah. So Julia says your group would be ideal for a solo traveler to get their feet wet.
Absolutely.
And let's see.
If you can put up with us.
Fernando just jumped in. Greg says, by the way, Greg Real says he still has a little bit of jet lag. I mean, they just got back. They just got back. Sandra's on in Falls Rough. Hello, Sandra. Julia says she likes Damn, I'm Jealous. Thank you.
No,
I appreciate it.
Him.
Fernando says he likes mine too.
Stop it, Fernando.
Sandra is the only one that kind of is on your side. She said, want to use both.
Well, Sandra's very smart, so we know, just like me.
Still like it though. But Greg, Debbie, thank you so much for letting us use your pictures. By the way, if you've had an adventure and you would love for us to feature some of the pictures, you can tag us when you post your pictures. Just tag Lindsey Adventures and we'll see them, or you can message them to us through Messenger and we'll get them there. All right, let's see. I think we have one more thing for tonight, and that is coming up next week.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes. We have gotten more people asking about this than I think we've had anything lately.
I think we announced it a little too early.
We did. We weren't quite ready. We're ready now to announce our Canadian Rockies trip next week. I have all the details finalized, and we're gonna go put it on Travel Tuesday next week, and we'll talk all about it, give you all the great details. If you're signed up with our email club, you will get that information a few days earlier.
Okay, so again, we're looking so forward to that trip, and finally they released all the details. So now we can get it out to you, and we'll do that on our email club this week, but also next week we'll make all the announcements. And again, you can always find the information on our website. lindseyadventures.com is where you can find it. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Damn, I'm jealous.
Stop.
It's going to be a new feature. Even if I have to do it by myself. She may get up and walk off or whatever.
It'll be solo Travel Tuesday.
It'll be solo Travel Tuesday. Exactly. All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We've had such a great time. Share with your friends. Last couple of weeks, we've hit our goal of 10 shares, and that has made such a huge difference in our viewership, and we can't thank you enough. So if you would, once again, please make sure you hit the share button at the bottom and share it to your page, and just tell people about, hey, if you're thinking about traveling, watch this, that kind of thing. We'll see you next week. We'll talk Canada, our 51st state.
No,
that's a whole different thing. So
wrap it up. Wrap it up.
We'll see you next week here from Lindsey Adventures and 10-Minute Travel Tuesday. Thank you all. Have a good night.